Today we're going to be taking a look at how to use themes and styles to change the look of our documents in Microsoft Word. This is Lesson 2 in our Pearson book. The tasks that we're going to deal with are going to be we're going to learn how to download a file from the book, save that file to a folder. We're then going to begin working in the actual lesson, which is how to add and change styles to our document. We're going to modify the style sets. There's a variety of different style sets you can choose from as well. Reset back to the default setting. And then finally we're going to apply some themes to our document. I am assuming that you have your book open. If you don't know how to open your book, you can view my other video on that. You found that on my website. And we're going to turn to a specific page. I'm starting on page 93 because that is the beginning of the lesson, Lesson 2. But the actual page that we need to go to in order to open the file we need is page 97. So I'm going to click up here where it says page, type in 97, press the enter key. That will take me to page 97 in the book. Here you will see a doc file. Whenever you see a file, in Word it'll say doc, in Excel it's going to say XLS, in PowerPoint it's going to say PPT. Whenever you see a file with 3 letters in it like this, it means that that file can actually be opened. Clicking on that file will start the process of opening that file. Now, when you do that, you'll probably see an icon in the bottom of the screen. Click on that icon in order to open up the actual file. That should open up in Microsoft Word. Now, when the file opens up in Microsoft Word, it's going to be in protected view. This file is being opened up from the internet, so Word isn't sure whether or not this file can be trusted or not. And so, what we're going to do is we are going to tell it to go ahead and trust this file and enable the editing on this file. So we're going to go ahead and click on Enable Editing, and that does open our file up. Now, at the end of the lesson, you're going to need to upload these files to a place on the internet. And in order to do that, you're going to need to be able to find the files. And so what we need to do is we need to save this file in a place where you're going to be able to easily find the file. So we're going to go to File. We're going to do a Save As. We're saving this document with a new name and a new location. We are going to look on the computer. We also can go directly to our Documents folders. My Documents over here. So I'm going to click on My Documents. What I recommend is that you create a folder with today's date. Now, if you've already done this in a previous lesson, you can simply double-click on that particular date. So example is if you've already created an August 20th folder, and this is August 20th, you could simply double-click on that to get to that folder. If you have not yet created a folder, then we're going to click on this New Folder button, and then type in today's date. Now I'm typing in August 21st, but you're going to actually type in whatever today's date is, so that way at the end of the day you can go in and upload all the files under today's date. Once I've typed in the date, I press the Enter key and that locks that date into place. I want to actually open this folder so that my file gets saved into that folder. So I'm going to double click on August 21st. Again, yours may show a different date. Alright, I'm now in the August 21st folder, in the My Documents folder. Now I need to give this a name. The book has already named it W02 Try B. That's fine. What I need to do though is add my initials to this. So I'm going to click in here, and I'm going to, using my arrows, I'm moving around and I'm pressing the backspace key here, and I'm going to change this to my initials. My name is Scott Miller, so I'm going to be typing in SM here. So I'm now saving this file, W02 Try B, with my initials, into the August 21st folder, and I click Save. I now have my file open and ready for use. Now that our file is open, we're going to talk a little bit about styles. If you're adding styles to a Word file, you will find those styles listed right here on the Home tab of the ribbon. The typical style is normal. Everything that you type in, if you create a blank document and begin typing, you're going to be using the normal style. What is a style? A style basically is a set of settings for a particular piece of text. So for example, if I select this first line for immediate release and I want to change the look of this, instead of using the normal style, I can come over here and I can use the title style. The title style is a different font, it's a larger set of text, all right, and it could be bold, it could be underlined, as we're going to see in a little while. The next item that we're going to change the style for is this second line. Now what you saw me do is, instead of actually dragging my mouse over the text, which that is legitimate, you can select text that way, you can simply click to the left of a line in Word, and when you click on that to the left of that line, it will select that entire line. So clicking to the left here, I've selected that entire line, and I want to create this particular style to be subtitle. This is going to be set up as a subtitle. Now, the next thing that we're going to select is where it says Denver, Colorado. Now, I don't want to select the whole line, so clicking to the left doesn't work. So I'm going to actually drag my mouse over Denver, Colorado. With Denver, Colorado selected, we're now going to change this to an emphasis style. Clicking on the emphasis style, what this did is it added italicizing to the text here. So we've applied three different styles in this case. We've added a title style, we've added a subtitle, and we've added an emphasis style. Within these styles, it is possible to actually have different style sets. To demonstrate style sets, we need to go to the Design tab. On the Design tab, you will see a lot of choices right here that makes up most of this ribbon tab. And this first one is the one that we're on. It's the default style set. But if you point at each one of these other items that are here, you're going to see that it changes the look of the entire document. That's because although the same style names are being used, the actual settings for those styles are different. So for example, I'm going to go to the second one here. It's called Basic Elegant. When you hover over it, it should say Basic Elegant. Click on it, and that changes the look of the document because the style sets are different. Going to the next one over is Basic Simple. Clicking on that one changes the look of the document. Again, the style names are the same, however, the settings for those styles are different. There's one that's probably about 6 or 7 over. It's called Centered. And if you click on that, you will see that the Centered style set also centers the heading and the subheading. Alright, we've taken a look at several style sets. We want to put it back the way it normally would display, back to the default setting. The default setting is a setting that is used when no other changes have been made. In other words, when you apply a setting, it's the one that automatically comes up without any modification. If I click on the drop down, I've got my list of style sets, and I can click on this list and I can see that there's quite a few that actually appear. I want to reset, coming down to the bottom of this list, reset to the default style set so that it goes back to the first style set we had when we began. The last thing we're going to talk about, which is very similar to style sets, are themes. In all likelihood, on your certification exam, you're probably going to see themes more than you will see style sets. But clicking on the Themes button, you will see a variety of different themes that are available. And just like with style sets, when you pick on a theme, it will change the look of your document as well. The theme that we're going to pick initially is called Facet, F-A-C-E-T. So clicking on that theme changes the look of this document as well. If I go back to themes, I can pick a different style set. There's one called Ion, and that's the one we're going to end on. So we have our style set chosen, the default one, and we've picked a theme called Ion. These are methods for being able to change the look of your document very quickly and easily. As we wrap up Lesson 2, we showed you how to download files from the book and save those files to a folder with a name. We're going to be using the date as the folder name. We showed you how to add and change styles, things like the heading, the subheading, the emphasis style. We then modified the style sets, showed you how to reset back to the standard style set, and then finally we also looked at applying themes for making big changes to the document to change the overall look of that document.